Did you ever think the president of the United States would be celebrating your unemployment?
On the layoff of federal workers, potentially, the president said yesterday that Democrats will be to blame if federal workers lose their jobs. Historically, though, in past shutdowns, workers have been furloughed, but they have not been laid off en masse. So wouldn't that be the president's call to lay people off?
As I've said repeatedly, Caitlin, this conversation about layoffs would not be happening right now if the Democrats did not vote to shut the government down. And as I also said last briefing as well, we are $37 trillion in debt, and the government is not receiving any cash. So someone has to look at the balance sheet and be good stewards of the American taxpayer dollar. And layoffs are an unfortunate consequence of that.
First term, for example.
Well, as I'm telling you now, this administration is focusing on checking the balance sheet and ensuring we're doing the right thing by the American taxpayer. And again, these conversations about layoffs would not be happening in the White House today if not for the Democrat shutdown. And they have a choice to change that. They have another opportunity tonight to do the right thing to reopen the government.
Said we need the National Guard, because I spoke to the police chief of Portland last week. He said that the president's claims just don't match up with what's happening on the ground.
I would encourage you as a reporter to go on the ground and to take a look at it for yourself, because there's been many members of the press, not press in this room, but independent journalists, some of whom we'll be inviting to the White House very soon to share their stories, because they have been in the middle of it and they have witnessed the anarchy that is taking place night after night. It's on video. You should play it on your show. You have a great opportunity on prime time on CNN to show your audience. Yeah, but you're probably talking to partisan Democrat officials who are opposed to everything this president does. You should also ask the people who live in Portland. We've actually heard from many members of the community who have said that this is complete civil disobedience. It's a mess. It's been loud. It's been troubling for...
Yes, if you look at CNN Catholic Calling, you can clearly see that this lady is unaware. She tweeted a video struggling to justify this question she raised here. There is something more concerning. Representative AIC orders the Democrat Party to batter MAGA and Republicans by laughing at them and going after insecure masculinity. Stephen Miller is a clown. He looks like he is 410. He looks like he's angry about the fact he is 410. You know, when I watched this whole video, I had to like, what is going on? Sometimes these people can't even stop. People have not been talking about AIC for some time now. She just suffers ranting every time.
Is that they are scrapping and grasping at straws because they have nothing else. Laugh at them. Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10", and he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them. Yes, they are dangerous. Yes, we're here to be strong for one another. We need to expose the lies. We need to never let off the gas when it comes to protecting one another, exposing the lies, documenting things. We're seeing this too, right? And so I think it's very important to be able to hold multiple things at once. And we've seen this work in other cultures. We've seen this work in other countries. Yes, the resistance to authoritarianism is very real. The risks of abuse of power are very real. But one of the most powerful cultural things that you can do to a political movement that is predicated on the puffery of insecure masculinity. That's what this is about. This isn't, people talk about toxic masculinity more than it, like, let's put that to the side for just 1 second. This is about insecure masculinity. And one of the best ways that you can dismantle a movement of insecure men is by making fun of them. By having secure men who aren't afraid of successful people around them, who are good dads, who have strong values, also participating in that as well. So, like, that's what I have for that. And also someone said, Short kings are great. Absolutely. I'm not here. I want to absolutely make sure that I talk about that. I'm not here to make fun of anyone's anything, but the way people overcompensate over their own stories is what I'm talking about there. So thank you for the clarification. I appreciate that. Shout out to our short kings. Someone said not short king, short troll. That's correct. There's a difference.
Yes, there is a video. I don't know if it is actually okay to even post it on this platform. When you take a look at this, cross-eyed white Libra woman says it is too late to demonstrate, says there is no other option other than extreme bloody vow. This is not funny, this is very serious. This comes down to white people. We are the privileged people in this country. This is according to the person who posted this. Democrat who always do this every single time. They hate peace. Oh, how can I even say this? Why would somebody put out a 4-minute video advocating for this? These people will always be like this. Kaitlan Collins did not hesitate. She went on X to post this. I was quoting the Portland police chief. When you take a look at this, Portland police chief Bob says President Trump claimed don't line up with what's happening on the ground, adding that National Guard troops aren't in place yet. Sometimes when I look at what these people do, they don't show the truth. This guy I followed on X was harassed in this place. You will not see CNN putting up or showing people what exactly is actually going on. When I look through what they are doing, it is just to do selective reporting.
Yesterday, Democrats, unfortunately, are continuing to play political games. And we are now in day 6 of the Democrat federal government shutdown. Millions of American federal workers are under enormous financial stress as a result, wondering how they will pay their bills and take care of their families. If the Democrats do not vote to open the government tonight, federal workers will not receive their next full paycheck. Additionally, the special supplemental nutrition program for women, infants, and children will run out of federal money very soon. This program provides vouchers to buy infant formula, fresh fruits and vegetables, and other healthy foods for low-income families. It can be easily fully funded if Democrats simply vote tonight to reopen the government. Also, our incredible military service members who risk their lives to preserve and defend our country are now working without pay and will miss their next paychecks if this Democrat shutdown does not end tonight.
I'm going to maybe piss off some of my Democratic friends, but I think you can always trust our party to do the wrong thing at the wrong time for the right reason, okay? So here's the problem. Right now, if the Democrats don't do anything and they pass this clean resolution, which they don't want to do, if they did it, guess what would happen this month? Premiums would start going through the roof this month. By the time you get to the end of November, you would have Americans marching in the streets saying, I can't pay 150% more for my insurance premiums. What the heck is going on? Instead, we decided to not let that happen and shut the entire government down. So now people are going to be mad about the post office and 100 other things that Republicans can then blame on us. So I'm like, I get it. The base is upset. The base wants us to do something. Please do something, do anything. But the something probably shouldn't be throwing a bunch of people out of work in the federal government and crushing America's government's ability to function.
Yes, I believe you've sitting down. CNN Van Jones can't hide his disappointment as he considered the Schumer shutdown of healthcare will inevitably backfire on the Democrat.
They're trying to do anything they can. And quite honestly, I'm sorry, this is on the right.
Yes,
this is on, I have to say.
As of the short clips you see at the end of this video, that is for the YT algorithm. You can end here.
Is next year the wedding?
And that we needed to play, and I think it's SOT 31. She cannot stand him, Glenn. J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the bare minimum of fitness,
Give interviews. I don't
Right. At the moment.
Yeah.
President Obama.
is blatant censorship.
because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech that we must all abide by. But in case anyone needs a
right to have a television show where he lies his ass off to the American people.
Well, there are repercussions to spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there, not
all the same people that are in these polite...
Disagree with what Gavin Newsom said, that he doesn't...
Dave Chappelle. He's not wrong.
Terrible. I went to music high school for violin, and
My team informed me.
And then do you really say, because how many times?
No president has ever sent